Here are my keys and tips to success for getting into medical school. And if you don't think you have what it takes, let me just remind you that I grew up super poor. I failed classes in high school. And it wasn't because I was dumb. It's because I didn't have anyone that cared about me or anyone that would mentor me and show me the right way. And I didn't have any incentive to do better. But I found out that if you work hard enough and you try hard enough, you can do anything you want. Some of the tips that you need to be successful in your application to medical school is one, you need leadership roles, right? And I don't want to see a bunch of different leadership roles per se. If I see you doing one, two, or three really good core leadership roles well, that's more important than being the president of 17 different clubs or something like that, right? I also want to see volunteer. Same thing with volunteer. I don't want to see 10 different 1 hour volunteer things. I want to see that you dedicated some time and you tried to make an impact in one, two, or three different areas that you were really passionate about. Grades are critical. GPA. Really, you have to have a minimum of a 3.0, ideally a 3.5 or higher to be competitive for medical school. If you don't have those, that's okay. You still may have a pathway in, and that pathway may look like a post-bachelor's degree, a master's degree, or something like that. So there's still hope. Lastly, additionally, your MCAT score. Your MCAT score is important. A minimum MCAT score of 500 is important. You really want like a 507. The higher, the better. I can tell you honestly, I didn't do very well on the MCAT because I was an electrical engineer undergrad and I took it without taking biochemistry. I don't recommend that. I think I scored a 504 or a 505 and I got in. I got into 3 different medical schools. And lastly, research. Medical schools are really wanting research. And this is important because not only are medical schools wanting research for you to get in, residencies, almost all the residencies now want to see some sort of research product that you've made. And again, I don't do it for the sake of doing it, right? But find something you are passionate about, right? If it's health science, if it's lab research, whatever it is, find it, be passionate about it, and pursue it with your fullest. And the other thing that I would really recommend for your application is do something like diverse, something interesting, right? People like interesting people. So I was in the military and I was in the bomb squad. I was a volunteer firefighter and EMT, and those gave me a lot of really cool talking points when it came to the interviews and from a personal statement. I grew up in foster care, right? So I had these really interesting talking points. So whatever it is, for you, find that interesting talking point. If you were super boring growing up and you didn't do anything interesting, well, now's the time. Go do something interesting, do a study abroad in Zimbabwe or something. I don't know. But become an interesting person because people are going to remember you more if you are. Best of luck.